So I was harvesting gems in comic book land the other day. Wikipedia equals truth by Divine Ordinance. And Peanuts is the king. It was one of the original full-color comic strips that was basically laid the groundwork for all the people who followed in terms of a massive success story. Obviously, Christian, Charles Schulz, and Bill Watterson of Calvin Hobbes even said it quite well. He was born over a couple decades after Schulz, and he said Peanuts basically was the de facto standard by which all following comic strips artists hoped they would achieve in terms of success and just wide popularity and style and all that. And so here they are, Peanuts, 96. And you can knit together the names of the characters and have fun solving them. Linus is one of my favorites. It divides by 3, ending in love exactly. Charlie, you know, his first name would be called Charles, of course, by birth, and Brown divides by 3. But you knit the names of the people together. Okay, Sally divides by 3. She had a crush on Linus throughout the series. It's quite delightful. And and then Woodstock, you can knit them all together and have fun with it. So like Lucy plus Charlie divides by 3. And then I believe Peppermint Patty like divides by 3 all by herself. Peppermint divides by... Anyways, you can have fun piecing all the characters together. But you start with the basic gems like we did in the previous video. Watch that previous one. Charles M. Schulz equals God is sovereign. So it's really obvious dividing by 24,888. My personal favorites would be... I loved Peanuts. I loved Asterix and Obelix. I loved Foxtrots and Calvin and Hobbes. For better or for worse, I loved a lot. I still love it a lot. But let's hop over to a Canadian one. So Lynn Johnston. And better yet, her middle name also divides by 3. So Lynn Franks Johnston divides by 3. And there she is receiving an award. And for better or for worse, of course, divides by 3. And then you can get into the depths of it all, and like the original, like people who did the original comic strips, like some of the originals, you know, like the oldest running comic strip de facto on history is the Katzenjammer Kids, really old. Well, do the math on it. It divides by 3 in 3 words, by Divine Ordinance to the glory of the Trinity, 213 no less, you know, the Katzenjammer Kids, and you can solve who was behind that whole thing. Okay, so it's all God's grace. And this is so fascinating to me. Sometimes it's just what's on the lips of men, like Charles M. Schulz. Not many people know his middle name, but you get more gold from that. But it's really fun to just scoop it all up, you know, and dig into the middle names of people. And Peanuts was the original, and like, and then you go into deeper characters like this, like people that less people have known about, but were the earliest of comic strips artists that laid the foundation. You know, he adds to 309, which is a triple of 103, the 27th prime, in number of letters and strokes it divides by 3. Like, it's really obvious, and you're like, who is this guy? I never heard of him. Well, he was one of the first, and it's always the first that is the most impressive. So Peanuts is obviously one of the widest comic strips in terms of wide spread. Peanuts is probably king in terms of comic book strips, and so important to scoop up gems on this one, which we did, and you can do more for yourself. But just wanted to make a tidy video, a simple introductory video to the world of comics and how you should scoop up and solve this for the Trinity, and it's really quite fun.